there is no, it's too big to go into the living room or into the sitting room. And so the undertakers take the handles off, and it's still too big. And he says, we're going to have to put her in the living room. I say, she's dead. She can't go in the living room. She's dead. Living room. She can't go in there. So my uncle Sean, God rest him, was alive at the time, and he says, he comes to me, what's going on here? And I say, gun you called him. He says, I can't get the coffin in there. And he goes, if I take the door off, and I said, but the door's been on there 45 years. It's the same door the house was built with. He goes, I'll get it off. So he gets his hand and a screwdriver, and he gets the door off, and he puts the door, and we get the coffin in. And she gets waked in the sitting room where she wanted to be. And then on the day of the funeral, we take the coffin out, and then we put the handles, we get her out of the house, we put the handles back on, and we go to the graveyard. And it's going, everything is going great in the grave. She's dead, and God, and we're all saying the prayers, and we're all doing the things. But when we get to the graveyard, the priest is saying whatever he ever has to say at the grave. And I've bunged the grave diggers their money. They've got sorted out, everything's good. And Paul Stewart comes up to me and he says to me, that's the wrong grave. And I go, what? And he goes, they put your mother in the wrong grave. And I go, are you sure? And he goes, so we'll have to stop the funeral. We'll have to stop it. What have I done? And some guy had put a headstone up for me, and he'd said, don't ask for planning permission, I'll just sneak up on a Saturday and stick the headstone. And I said, fair enough. So he has stuck the headstone on the wrong grave. The grave diggers say to me, because I bunged them the money, says, listen, we'll move the headstone for you, no problem. So we all leave. And Paul Stair comes up to me after and he goes, I still think that's the wrong grave. Here's me, no, Paul, it's the right grave. Here's all the markings. And he goes, and my father died on St. Patrick's Day, and he used to come up. Paul Stair would go up to my father's grave on St. Patrick's Day because Cheltenham was on that week, and this is true. He would read out all the horses, and he goes, Paddy, if you fancy one, just let me know. And he read out all the horses, and he says to me after, that's why I never win. That's my name, folks.
Okay, Seamus, we're going to have a 5-minute break so that the people at home can go to their refrigerators and get out the Cabernet Sauvignon or whatever they're drinking. And also, if you just want to have an order at the bar or go outside and have a smoke. So we'll be back in 5 minutes.